Today we're looking at another very interesting Adidas model, and I really was impressed with the design and mixture of materials when it comes to this model. Hey guys, welcome back to our Kids Reasons channel, and today we're looking at Adidas Explore Boost model. And honestly, and after seeing these in hand, I'm actually surprised that they're not getting a lot more love than they deserve, because in hand this model actually looks much better than in the pictures. And I liked it so much, I actually grabbed another colorway that I'm going to show you in a separate video. But first thing first, these retailed at $160, and I think at $160 is way too much money. So obviously, naturally, I waited for sales and I grabbed this one for a little over $40, I think $45, $46. And the $45, $46, these are an absolute win. Honestly, there's so much detail on these shoes. The design is so wild compared to almost all of their line, that you kind of think maybe it's not an Adidas shoe. I mean, there's a lot of things over here kind of remind me of some models from their competitor Puma, some things that remind me from their competitor Nike, and I love what they've done overall with the design. So this is one of the colorways. I think currently they have 12 or 13 different colorways of this shoe, and if you don't like any of those, I don't know what to say, because I personally like at least 2 or 3 that are immediate cop for me because they look so good. And let's go to this one. So this is kind of like the release colorway, I guess. This is the first one I saw. A little white here and there, a little off-white here and there, some brown, some yellow, but the color combination is very good and attractive to me. And the upper is very interesting. Now we have a completely free-flowing mesh on the forefoot. Both lateral and medial side where the stripes are this softer plastic or harder rubber portion. Very similar to most of their models, but again in a different style. Very muted, very uniquely done, because some of the other ones are very traditional, just straight 3 stripes coming from the top to the bottom. These ones are more like a pill-shaped. They're more spaced out and hence a little bit more interesting to me. Now, if you look at the back side of the upper, we have this very interesting upper that it's kind of perforated. So they cover the upper with a fabric that is very soft and thin, and on the bottom you can see it kind of a foamy looking, cage looking and perforated style, which is unique. I haven't seen that in a while, or I can't recall seeing it in other sneakers. There's no tone, there's all one piece, and the proverbial tone top has an Adidas logo that it's actual genuine suede. And that same genuine suede translates to the backside, where we have this tiny little flap Adidas logo that is also the same, very unique touch. We have the outside cups, which in this specific model are very soft, which really speaks to me that they're not performance model. They should not be marketed as performance model because there's not much containment on your heel. These cups are soft and there's no other plastic cup. The inner liner is very nice. I like the inner liner a lot because it's, again, unusual and unique, and it's kind of the same style as the upper with the perforations, kind of checkerboard. The production date here is October of last year, so it's been a while since they released, so a year, I guess, almost. But still, they're being produced, they're being sold, and constantly are going on sale. So if you want to grab one of those, I definitely recommend it. If I pull the insole out, the insole is actually very nice. It says Boost on top of it. It's perforated where you arches for extra ventilation. I think it's some kind of a compound of ortholite, but different color than I've seen before. Same kind of perforated style on the bottom. It's not too thick, it's about 3 to 4 millimeters, but still very comfortable, and you can pull it out, clean it, and refresh it. I really like that as well. You can peek through the bottom as always and see the Boost. And speaking of the Boost, let's move on to the midsole. What they have done here is 2 different Boost layers on top of each other. And between them is the Adidas distortion system, which in this specific case, it's very interesting because it's a plate that goes all the way from the forefoot all the way to the back. It's protruding on the back where it says torsion system, and it's separating the 2 different layers of Boost. So one of the layers lies on top of it and extends all the way to your forefoot, and we have a larger pebble style Boost that it's right underneath your heel. So combination between that layer and the layer on top, that gives you about 2 inches off the ground. Obviously your foot doesn't sit right on top of it, but there's a lot of boost to be had over here, and the comfort is definitely plenty. There's Boost on the bottom, you can see it. The rubber outsole doesn't indicate anything special. It's not Continental, it's not anything crazy, but still covers plenty of the Boost, which is great. That way it's not gonna rip or get a lot of dirt on it. Pretty sticky rubber, by the way, and we have the obligatory Adidas logo right on the toe lip. But torsion system, what does obviously is providing that torsional support, so your foot doesn't twist between the forefoot and the heel, and definitely provides some more stability with that. My last thing and my favorite element is the back of the heel, where this yellow portion is. It's kind of a soft, foamy area. It's not your regular ducktail, what I call on the Adidas models. It's just this kind of a interesting material, more like a neoprene, but it's very soft, very nice to touch, very plush, and the padding on the inside is abundant, so you're not gonna have any comfort problems. I went half a size down, just like in most Adidas models, because they ran a little bit big, and this is what they were advising on their website as well, so they fit me perfectly well with a half a size down. The laces are flat, combination between cotton and polyester, so they stay laced very nicely. But honestly, if you're using these casually just to walk around, you're not gonna need to lace these laces or tie them out too much. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, I like this colorway. It's kind of a low-key muted, but at the same time extremely comfortable, attractive to me personally. And like I said, I like this model so much, especially for the price. I grabbed another pair. I mean, again, $40-some for something that retailed $160. I think it's a win. It's unusual and looks better than a lot of the performance models that I showed you that some of you might wear casually. But this is definitely something that should be on your radar, especially for the right price. Like I said, under $50 to me is a no-brainer. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other videos coming very, very soon. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.